Hello! In my last video, I expressed my great frustrations with the way the police are enforcing coronavirus restrictions and regulations in the UK. We desperately need a movement within the British police force against the COVID regime. It is one thing to be someone who goes by the book, goes by the official narrative, and doesn't question. In times past, that was okay when the book was sane. But when the book tells you that you have to violate other people's basic rights and freedoms, freedom of movement, freedom of assembly, things that people need for their very well-being and their physical and their mental health being denied to them, being outlawed, then it's time to stop going by the book. You have to recognise when the book has gone mad and put some sanity into it. And we need some police constables, a movement in the police to do just that. It will make it far easier for us to win. If we get the police on our side, it doesn't matter what the government decrees. Now, we already have a precedent for this in New South Wales, Australia. There is a group called Cops for COVID Truth. You can go to their website and it states Australians are having a globalist agenda pushed upon them by the police used to do it. And that gets to my point. If all the police constables and officers out there, when they were off duty, did a bit of research, looked at sources of information, such as the UK column, such as the Corbett report, and listened to doctors such as Dr. Vernon Coleman and Dr. Andrew Kaufman and others, they would know that what they are doing when they are enforcing COVID regulations is they are working to usher in the New World Order. It is not genuinely about safety. It's all done in the name of safety, under the guise of safety, but it's all social engineering for a dystopian New World Order. If they knew that, I think many of them, I would hope, would find that despite the fact they are used to fulfilling their professional obligation and they're used to fulfilling orders, there would be some things which are more important than following orders, and some situations where they have to take a stand. So here we have Cops for COVID Truth. The link is below, and it states also on the website that you can show your support. On October 26th, Senior Constable Alex Cooney sent a letter to the New South Wales Police Commissioner raising concerns about how the police were being used during the state of emergency powers and questioning the proportionality of the response to the threat of COVID-19. The Cops for COVID Truth movement and two very powerful open letters provided insight into the growing concern with the government's measures for handling the pandemic and the use of the police to enforce them. If Australia is truly a democratic society, why use the police force to silence any dissenting voices? The real question is, will the New South Wales Police remain silent and complicit on this matter, or will they remember their oath of office and statement of values and open a meaningful probe into a critical matter of public interest and return to good judgment in policing? Now, fortunately, we do have at least one example of a constable in the UK taking the same stand as the Cops for COVID Truth. At the moment, he, as so far, is anonymous, but on this website, he's named as Bobby Copper, and he's written a letter here, and he recites his oath, and you can read it in the link below. But he states in one sentence, central to the government response is the enforcement of these restrictions. Our police forces have been propelled into unprecedented circumstances and demanded to enforce arbitrary rules in the name of health and well-being. Citizens have been squeezed by the powerful hand of the state, with the police being used as enforcers. And he's calling for more people to join him. And I wish him all the best. He also has an Instagram account, and I'll link that below as well. And he has a few pictures, a few sayings. He clearly knows what's going on. He understands the globalist agenda and all the fraud going on, and we need more like him. This would be the thing that right now would make me happiest, if we could have a movement within the police force, because a movement within the police force to oppose the COVID regime, or a new common law police force, which this guy refers to in his letter. This guy from the UK, he states, I heard people want to set up a common law force. I'd like to get involved. It's a great idea. Early on, I'll read through the whole paragraph. Early in my career, I was told you can't change the system, but the system is broken. The government is making these impositions in our lives, and it's unjust. I don't believe what they're doing is legal at all. I'm into common law. I'm looking into common law. I've heard people want to set up a common law police force. I'd like to get involved. It's a great idea. And we need that, because right now, we don't have anyone to protect us. We've got psychopaths running the country, and we've got others who are just enforcing it with no without thought, without considering the moral implications of what they're doing. And we desperately need this to change. We need police on our side, one way or the other. Thank you for watching.